Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel Ara's Life on Budget. Ara here. Today we're going to give a look at my spending week together. So we're going to check how much I spent, how much I have left, and how many not spending day I had. So it's been a week since I got paid, and yeah, I gotta say that a lot has been going on. Today, the day I'm recording this video, is actually Sunday, so today is Easter. So yeah, in case you celebrate Easter, in this case, well, in case you're celebrated Easter because you'll be watching this video later on, then I hope you had a great one. If you don't, then I hope you just simply had a good resting Sunday. Yeah, so today, as I said, we're going to be looking at everything that went on during the week in terms of my spendings, and how much I actually have left. Before moving in though, there's a couple of things that I want to say, and the first thing is that, of course, considering how low my income is, then for me the fewer spending days that I have, the better for me. So essentially, my ultimate goal is to have as many not spending day as I possibly can. And the second thing that's directly related to this one is that of course I don't get paid every 2 weeks. I get paid once a month. So I have to wait until the end of the month before I get my next paycheck, and for this reason I need to save as much as possible, because the money that I have stuffed last week is the money that has to last me throughout the entire month, and so I have to use my money very wisely, and this is why it's important that I save as much as possible. So yeah, I guess let's move my wallet to the side and let's get into the binder, and let's see the binder, sorry, the journal, and let's see what went on during the week. So this is my journal. I still don't know very well how I want this to be, but as of now I just wrote down the days in which I didn't spend anything, and the days in which I did spend, I decided to use the colors corresponding to the related category in my wallet to signal any transaction that I did. I hope it makes sense. Anyway, today we're gonna be looking at the week that goes from the 3rd of April, which was a Monday, and it's actually the day I got paid, until today, which is Sunday the 9th. So a whole week, essentially. So starting from Monday, which is the day I got paid, I didn't spend anything. And actually I gotta say that I'm lucky, because most of my days I'm either at university or at work, so sometimes even both. So I gotta say I don't really have that much time to spend money, so that's definitely a plus for me. Usually the only thing that I pay for, as I already said in another video, is for parking, but I only pay for parking when I go to university. When I go to my workplace, I don't have to pay for parking, because at my workplace we do have private parking, as well as coffee machine, snacks, everything that we need, so I don't have to pay for any of that, essentially. So I'm very lucky. And this week in particular, I didn't spend for parking either, because being this week so close to Easter, we hardly had any classes. I only had one on Tuesday, but I found parking in a free area, so I didn't have to pay for that. And so I didn't pay for parking at all this week, which is fantastic. So on Monday I didn't spend anything. On Tuesday, again, I didn't spend anything. I did go to my dentist because I had a checkup with him, but that I don't pay because that's an expense that my father pays for me, so I didn't spend anything that day. On Wednesday as well, I didn't spend anything, and then we move on Thursday, which I did spend yeah, for a couple of things, but that's okay because these are both things that no, actually not. I had planned just one of these. In fact, the first transaction that I did was for some snacks at the supermarket. Oh, sorry. But as I said already, this is an expense that I had planned, so it's fine. And if you remember, in my miscellaneous, that's where I got the money. I had 10 euros, so of those 10 euros, I spent 5.47. I don't know how well you can read, but it says 5.47. So that means that I have left 4.53 inside my miscellaneous envelope, which we're going to check in a second. And then the next expense that I had was not planned because that evening I got invited with my brother and his girlfriend to a night out at the pub where we played games together. It was very fun, and so I had to use my entertainment and dining out money. So that day I shared with my brother's girlfriend chips, and then we got a Coke Zero each. So for the chips it was 2.50, I think, something like that each. And then for no, actually 2.25 each. And then for the Coke Zero we both paid 2 euros. So 2 euros and 2 euros. So the total for both of us together, so the chips that we shared and the 2 Coke Zeros, was of 9.50, and we both paid for with 5 euros. So that means that technically we received 50 back, but we decided to split those 50 cents back, so we got 25 cents each. So essentially the total that we paid was 475 euros. I hope that makes sense, which means that I should have 15 euros and 25 cents in my entertainment and dining out envelope. Moving on to Friday, I went to the bank and I charged those 100 that I had to put in the bank. So I did that, and I took care of some of the expenses that I had related to some of my fixed expenses. I didn't pay all of them, but I paid some of them. So I paid for my next therapy session, which was 45, leaving me with 55 euros of those 100. And then I paid for Netflix, which was 8. So of those 55, of course, I went down to 47. And then I paid for Bubble, which brought me, since it was 2, it brought me from 47, to 45. And then I had an expense that I had not planned, because essentially we organized for a barbecue with our friends for Easter Monday, which for me is tomorrow, for you is today. If you're watching this video on Monday, which I think that's the plan. And so we all had to pay the same amount, which was 5 euros. And since I paid my friends using PayPal, I had to take that money from my credit card, and so I counted it as from those 100 that I put in the bank, going down to 40. So that means that I have 40 left. But of course, those €5 are not technically from those 100. They should be from my entertainment and dining out envelope. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take 5 from that envelope and put it to the side so that I can add it to my bank and go back to 45, which is the amount that I should be left with. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so on Saturday the 8th, I had a no spending day, and same as today, because I'm home and I'm celebrating with my family, I didn't have any expenses. So that's it. That's the week. Oh, sorry. I hit my rose. This was my spending week. I guess now we can put this to the side and we can move on to my wallet so that we can check that everything is okay. So today I won't be unstuffing any money from here because, as I said already, this money has to be enough for the entire month. So I'm only gonna do a checkup. Yeah, I won't be unstuffing anything. We will only be unstuffing at the end of the month with whatever is left in here, and with the money that's left here, I am either going to add it to my challenges or to my sinking funds. It depends, I'll see. So let's move in. So personal, I didn't spend anything. I had 10, and so that means that we should be having 10 still. So that's correct. Miscellaneous, as I said, I spent, of those 10 that I had, I spent 547, which means that we should be having 453 left. So let's count that, although you can already see, but let's check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which is this, 4, 50, 2, and 3. So 453, that's correct. 453 left. There has to be enough until the end of April. That sounds crazy, but I can make it work. I can make it work. Shopping didn't have anything, so that's okay. Beauty as well didn't have anything, but we will go back to beauty at the end of the video. In the meantime, let's move on. As I said, entertainment and dining out, I technically only spent $4.75, so I should have $15.25, but I also spent 5 additional with my credit card, but this 5 that I spent belongs to this category, so I should only have 10.25 left. So what I'm gonna do is, as you can see, 10.50, so 50, sorry, 10.5, so 15 plus 25. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this 5 right here, and I'm gonna place it at the back of my wallet in my empty envelope so that I can later on add this 5 to the bank and pay for my debt essentially. So entertainment and dining out has 10.25 yes left, and that's correct. And then moving on to transportation, car and gas. As I said, I didn't have to pay for my parking this week because at my workplace parking is free, so I didn't touch this money. So since we had 10, there still should be 10 left in here. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes, these were a couple of cents that I already had. And that's it. So I guess everything is correct. So until this point, I guess we went pretty well because we only had 2 spending days and the rest was all a non-spending day. So I guess we can work pretty safely towards the end of the month. So what I have left is 10 in personal, 453 miscellaneous, nothing in shopping, beauty, as I said, I'll tell you in a second. Entertainment and dining out only has 10, and this is going to be the most difficult one, but I can make it work. And then transportation, car, gas, that still has 10. So I guess it's going pretty well. Now let me grab my sinking funds binder and I'll be right back. So here we are. This is my sinking funds binder. So as I told you, can you please be quiet? Thank you. As I said already, I was saving some money to go to the salon and get a haircut, and I checked on the page of my hairstylist the prices to get a haircut because I didn't remember, and I noticed that I already have enough to pay for my haircut. So I guess I'll be moving the money from beauty that's in here to my wallet so that hopefully next week or within the next couple of weeks I can get my hair cut, because apparently I can already afford it, which is great. So let's move to my shopping and beauty. I did change some money because if you remember, in here I did have 120, 2 10s and 2 5s, if I'm not too wrong. I exchanged it and I got 2 20s instead. There you go. So the total, as you can see, it's still 50, but it's just different denominations. So what I'm gonna do, since the haircut should be 27, I'm gonna get 40 just in case, because I want to make sure. And I'll move this 40 to my wallet so that I can use it, and then we'll see what we have left once I get my haircut. Oh, and I have to update the sheets. I'll do that off camera. There you go. Again, as I said, these are too big to fit in here, so I'm gonna have to, or maybe they fit. No, they don't. So I'm gonna have to fold them a bit differently, as you can see. I hate it. There you go. Okay, so now we have 40 in here. I'll update the sheets later on. And yeah, I guess that's it for this week. I guess it went pretty well. I am satisfied with how my spendings went. Hopefully I will be able to save as much as possible until the end of the month, because yeah, I don't get paid until then. Yeah, and I guess that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a like if you like the video, and a comment if you want. And if you decide to stick around, then I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye.